Hey guys, so it is Sunday. Football season has officially begun. So every Sunday you will see me in a football jersey. If I don't wear a football jersey when my team is playing, even though, okay, I need to explain myself. Yes, I am from Boston. Yes, I am a Patriots fan. However, the Patriots are my second favorite team, which makes me a traitor to my entire family, my sons, everybody. However, my grandfather is the one who got me into loving football when I was a very little girl. I used to watch football with my grandfather, and was my hero in many, many ways. And he was a Denver Bronco fan. And because of that, I will always be a Bronco fan first and a Patriot fan second. So that's a little story on that one. You can tell with every day that I'm resting and that I'm doing the therapy that I'm doing on a daily basis that I'm getting better. I'm not 100%, but I'm getting better. And part of that is, I mean, because I'm such a workhorse and I'm so tenacious, I tend to push myself. When the doctor says you need to rest, I'm like, yeah, I know. And then if I'm feeling good, I'll put out 5 or 6 videos that day. Well, that's not resting. And I paid the ultimate price for that. I really did. You know, it's kind of like where I told you guys, yeah, I have a brain tumor. And then trolls would come in and go like, yeah, right, sure you do. You're just drunk or you're just whatever. You know, that's why your speech is slurred. But yeah, sure you do. Well, yeah, I do. I mean, if anyone has any doubt, go ahead and watch that video. I want to take it down, but I've been urged by others to leave it up. You sit there and say that you have integrity and that you're honest to your viewers. Well, if you're honest to your viewers and you want to be transparent, leave that video up. And for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about the video that I made the day after the last mass shooting in Texas. You can watch that and see that I'm not okay. And as much as it's embarrassing to me to have that out there for millions of people to see, it's also honest. And it's about as honest as I can be to you guys. So this was going to be a reaction video. It's going to be either a long reaction video or I'm going to edit the shit out of it. Anyway, the reason why I'm going through all this is because I'm going to explain to you that this isn't like a regular request that we normally do. I do have, you guys got to understand, besides the big groups that I get, I do have like these outliers, you know, that aren't part of our big, I call them the big 4. I have these big 4 groups that have huge fan bases that we cover. And then I have like these outliers, you know, and I'm going to do a couple of the outliers today because they deserve to have their requests filled as well. And just because they're not part of the big 4 doesn't mean they shouldn't get their requests made. It's a request channel. And so right now we're going to be doing, I do have a couple requests for him and I love him. This is Post Malone, Circles. So let's get it. I love Post Malone. Love him. Love his voice. I absolutely love that. I mean, okay, here's the deal. I love Post Malone. I always have. And I remember when I remember when I was doing the reaction to Yellow Wolf's Bloody Sunday freestyle. And you remember when he made that dig at Post Malone? And I remember I said that, I was like, what the hell is he mad at Post Malone for? I didn't understand it. And to be honest with you, when it was explained to me, I still didn't understand. They think he thinks Post Malone's a culture vulture, this, that, and the other. And I don't agree with him. I still don't agree with him. I think Post Malone has always been right where he should be. I contribute Post Malone to be closer to like The Weeknd than anything else. He doesn't pretend to be a rapper. He works a lot with rappers. There are always a lot. In fact, the song doesn't have any rappers in it. And on his new album, I don't think there are a lot of rappers on it. Probably because, like, specifically what Yellow Wolf said. But he's always worked with rappers, and I think it's because of the type of voice he has. He is an R&B singer. He's always been. But what I like about his voice is, okay, And it's kind of weird that I'm saying this because Post Malone has been around a lot longer. Post Malone's voice is very, very similar to, if any of you watched American Idol, he's very similar to Alejandro. And everybody loved Alejandro. He went really, really far. In fact, I think he was the runner-up, right? He didn't win. I think he should have won. But the kid that did win, he deserved to win as well, you know. But everybody loved Alejandro. They loved the tone of his voice and everything like that. He sounded exactly like Post Malone. Nobody ever made that reference on the show, but he did. He sounded exactly like Post Malone, and everybody loved him. So, do I think he's a culture vulture? Fuck no, I don't. I love his voice. I've always loved his songs. He's got a beautiful tone. I love the fact that he can go really, his range is amazing. He can go really low and then really high into his head voice, into his falsetto, almost seamlessly. If I have any type of critique on his voice, it's that sometimes he has a tendency to mumble almost. So you're like, what the fuck did he just say? But I did that with Alejandro as well. I think it's just a tone thing. I think it's just a tone issue. But he's just a boy from Texas that just wants to sing. I love this song. The imagery. At the beginning I didn't get it. I'm like, why did he kill all these people? Why are all these people dead? Why is everything burning? Why does this princess have like no mouth? Her mouth has been completely is. Of course, it's a reference to Rapunzel, which is, you know, the princess in the castle, in the tower of the castle, locked away with all her hair is really, really long, and then her prince comes and she, you know, lets down her hair and he goes up to rescue her. In this case, he's saying, I don't know where we stand. Where do we stand? You need to open up and tell me where we stand. Was it just like a one night thing or a fling? Or is it a relationship? And if you can't tell me, then I'm just walking away. Fuck you, I'm done. Because I'm tired of playing around. And she's trying to let down her hair so he can, you know, so he can come and get her, but she has no voice. She can't tell him that it is something because she has no voice. Her voice has been taken away. She has no mouth and she's trying to let down her hair. So in a way, it's kind of a sad song. And then you've got all this imagery about him being burnt. You know, he's getting burned. He's being burned. And I kind of equate that to him being burned by this girl or other girls before in the past. So he's just kind of like, look, fuck it. I'm not dealing with this. So I think the imagery has to, you know, and he's like, I'm trying to run away, or you're trying to run away, but we're always running around in circles, meaning we're doing the same. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and continuing to get the same result, basically. And that's what he's trying to say. We keep doing the same thing over and over. We're running around in circles. We're not going anywhere. We're not getting anywhere, you know? So I think the imagery is very important to the song, even though it's like a puzzle. You have to kind of put it together. It's kind of like, his videos are so strange. It's kind of like when Rockstar came out, and it was a gorgeous video, but it was the bloodiest video I've ever seen in my life, but it was beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. You would never think that these samurais basically just hacking the shit out of each other would be gorgeous, but he sets it on such a backdrop that it's gorgeous. But then you have to sit there and think, what does that have to do with him being a rock star? So I might be totally wrong with the imagery matching the song, but I completely think that the imagery does match the song. And I think the song is such that if you just want to take it for face value and just listen to it, and it's just a guy being sick of a girl's shit and just saying I'm out of here, then you can just do that and not watch the video and just be like, okay, that's what it is. But if you want to dig deeper into his psyche about it, then because he's a very intelligent man. So if you want to dig deeper into the psyche of the song, then watch the video and pick up on all the cues in the video, and you realize, oh, it's not just a pop song or an R&B song about a guy saying, you know what, I'm sick of your shit, bye. There's a lot more going on there. So anyway, I just ranted again. This is now like a 45-minute video. I'm going to really have to edit it. I loved it. I love the song. I love the video. I love Post Malone. I am going to do the other requests that were on there. This was a request by Jose. I can't pronounce your last name, dude. I'm really sorry. Jose R. Sorry. Anyway, thank you. You know who you are. I love this song. I was gonna do the audio, but then the video came out really, really quickly. So I'm glad we had a video. You guys have a fantastic day. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And what else? Damn straight. Take care of each other. Oh, and there's a poll up about a live. Vote. And if you're voting for one of the days that has multiple time slots, comment which time slot you want on the day. Don't just comment on the day, because then I'm like, okay, great. We have 1,500 people for Saturday, but there's 8 time slots on Saturday. Then I'll have to make another poll. Anyway, it was my fault. I didn't make the poll clear enough. Ciao.